Okay. I can't see. Okay. I'm gonna be getting a haircut today. Okay, so I've been growing out my hair for the past almost year, I think, since like July or something. And it's just been getting really long. And as much as I love it, it's just like really awkward from back here in the back. And what I wanted to do was wait until September and then re-perm it, because this isn't my natural hair. My natural hair is super straight, kind of like Justin Bieber, but like whoop. And especially since my hair is long. So this really helps me avoid having to curl it every day, because I don't like how my natural hair looks like when it's really long. I don't know how to style my natural hair to begin with. It's really bad. Anyway, I'm getting a haircut today, and it was a really long process to try to decide whether or not I want to do it, because last time I got a haircut, it was really bad. It was so short. I just didn't like it. I show y'all a picture, but I'm gonna spare you the moment, you know? Okay. And I think, I don't know, hair seems to be a little ritualistic for me. And I really wanted to hold off on cutting it, because I thought that once I cut it, it would mean the end of an era. And in reality, it is. But I was having a conversation with my friends the other day, and I was like, how do you build the confidence to be the version of yourself that you want to be, you know? And one of the things that they said, I forget how they put it, but it was basically this concept of you build it up little by little, you know? Each addition builds it up. And it was the same concept that my other friend was telling me when I was like, how do I dress authentically to how I want to dress? And what she said is just pick up one clothes at a time, and eventually your closet like fills up. And when in doubt, accessorize. And I was like, okay, I feel that. And it just takes off so much pressure off my shoulders. And I can just feel like, instead of having these big, life-changing, dramatic transformations that have so much pressure to them, I can just do one thing at a time. And when you really think about it, we're not the only ones that do this. When you think about flowers or trees that are blooming, you see them in spring, and it's like, okay, they're still a little dead, they don't have any leaves to them, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks later, you see like the trees filled with leaves. But what happens in between? It's not like it happens right away, right? It's one leaf at a time that slowly pops up. And all of a sudden you see buds. And you're like, oh, spring's almost coming, right? It's a slow, progressive addition until finally, all at once, it just seems to click together. You look back and you're like, this wasn't here 3 weeks ago. And yet all of a sudden, everything has bloomed. So what happened, right? And it's just, I think that's what I need to do for myself. Just one thing at a time. Maybe one haircut, and then afterwards, buy one more accessory, buy a jewelry box so that I can keep my accessories safe instead of losing them every other week and then being like, what happened, bro? Anyway, so this is a pretty big moment for me. One last thing, I really want to get into making YouTube videos, but it's been really hard because I never know how to do it. And I have this idea of like, I want to be this persona, and at the same time, I also want to be my authentic self. And how do I mesh them together? Is what I have to say even worth hearing? Yes, it is. Answering that right now, it is. Maybe not to you, but to me it is. Anyway, but is what I have to say even worth hearing? And if I do want to say something, am I going to say it in the way that I want it to be conveyed? So that's what I've been straddling with recently. But I think I'm going to do two things. First thing is just these kind of videos where it's just unedited. I'm not going to care. I'm just going to post it and it'll be fine. And then the other videos where I'm going to script them out and try to figure out how to get it cohesively together, have a script, etc., etc., etc. And this will be like the published videos. That way I can have a stress-free option where I'm just consistently uploading, and shoot for the stars option where I can take my time, and eventually as the process gets better and better, it'll be faster. I'll be able to just produce them as needed. but it just takes a lot of effort. And I think the best time to start is now in the summer instead of later when the school year starts. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do any of this anymore, right? Anyway, stay tuned for that. So in the end, I just wanted to say, if you're struggling to make any kind of change for yourself and want to reinvent yourself in one way or another, instead of channeling the transformative energy of all at once, maybe build it up little by little. That's it. Thank you.